Hi, anybody that's here. Hope you're having a good day. Seems like it's Wednesday, but it's only Tuesday. Hi, anybody that's here. Whoops, I'm setting up my phone here so I can see the chat. Hi, Wendy. Hello, Lisa S. How's everybody tonight? Hi, Kevin Daniel. Hey, knitting artisan. Hey, heads up, 7 Up. It does feel like Wednesday. Yeah, I guess I'm a day ahead of myself. So how's everybody been doing? Been doing good, I hope. I've been doing pretty good. I'm recovering from having two teeth pulled and the process of putting two implants in. And it's taken me a long time. It's been over 2 weeks and I'm still having problems. So I'm going back to the dentist tomorrow to see what's going on. Maybe it's just my slow healing, or there could be something going on. Not sure. I was going to wait and let a few more people get in here until I start talking about my announcement. Listen while you take a walk. Tending your brother that had a quadruple bypass. Oh goodness, knitting artisan. Hope he's doing okay. I know, Wendy, it's always something. It seems like I can't get a break. Um, I know a lot of people that are going through the same kind of stuff right now. That just seems like there's always something going on, and you can't get a time when there is nothing going on. Oh, heads up, 7 Up. You just had a tooth pulled 3 weeks ago too. I have to wait 3 months before the implant. He wants the bone to heal. Yeah, they put some kind of uh, I don't know what it is down in there, but it's like it's flat and it looks like a piece of metal. And I guess it's holding the hole open for the post to go into eventually. But I don't go back to deal with any of that until December. And I was told it'll be about a 6-month process, and it's about $7,000. So, fortunately, one of my kids is helping me with filling dinners and helping out. So that was really sweet of him, and I appreciate it a lot. But I still have quite a bit left to come up with myself. Our insurance just doesn't pay very well. So we're going to switch insurances as soon as open enrollment comes along. Wendy, your 92-year-old mother had a doctor for almost every part of her body. I know that feeling. I think I do too. I have one for my liver, one for my heart, one for my lungs, one for my rheumatoid arthritis and lupus, one for my urinary tract system, and one for my bones and my spine. So yeah, geez, I think I got it. And then I of course I've got the dentist. No, insurance is not covering much on dental. I actually talked with my dentist office the other day about which which insurance would be the best one for me to pick as far as the ones that are still paying anything at all on dental care. So yeah, heads up 7-Up. Well, at least they paid half of it. That was good. I don't think mine even came close to paying half. But, you know, it'll be worth it getting it done because you need your teeth to chew food. And I have something it's called Sjogren's, and it's another autoimmune disease that makes all your mucous membranes dry, including your mouth, which is not good for your teeth, for your mouth to be so dry. So, you know, it's another problem. Hey, heads up 7-Up. Yeah, I'm turning into the bionic woman. I just need a body transplant. Just put a whole new body out on my neck. I know, Knitting Artisan. We have a few choices because we're enrolled through the military. Gordon's retired military. So we do have some choices. And there were a couple of them that they recommended at the dentist office. I think one was MetLife and another one was Blue Cross Blue Shield. So we will see what we can come up with. So, hey, everybody. You know, I've been talking with my friends here on YouTube and talking with Gordon about the direction I want to take this channel. Because, you know, things have changed in the last year. And I am not doing some things that I wanted to do with the channel. I'm not doing because it just didn't work out to do it that way. So I think that I am going to start doing true crime. That is the announcement. And I think Gordon's going to he's going to do it with me. We're going to do it together. And it won't be, probably won't be on the big popular cases that are nationwide and everybody's talking about. I think that I'm going to do more of like local true crime stories. And thanks, Knitting Artisan, heads up 7-Up. I contacted someone today, sent them a message about that I want to do their family story, their true crime story, and wanted their permission to do it because I just feel like I should do it that way since I'm kind of familiar with this case and I know who the people are. I don't know them personally, but I know who they are. So anyway, I'm waiting to hear back from this woman, and we'll probably start off with that case. And I also asked her if she would want to let me interview her and talk to her about the case. So we'll see how that works out. And Wendy, why not do health issues? Well, I could do a health issues. Shoot, we could do health issues anytime you guys want to. You just tell me what you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it. Thank you, Knitting Artisan. I hope everybody's happy about it. I know there'll be some that won't be happy about it. But I think that it will be interesting and also fun if you can make true crime fun. It'll be neat for me to research cases and bring them to you guys. Oh, bye, beautiful knitting artisan. Bye bye. Glad you came in. So, what do you guys think? You think that we can do this? I think we can. Oh, thank you, Carol Clark. Yeah, Grace, there are often health issues involved in true crime stories, even from an investigative standpoint, post-mortem, etc. Yes, there are. Thanks, heads up, 7 Up. I think that we can also, like, I'm not going to be doing true crime every single day, guys. There's no way I wouldn't be able to do a good job at doing true crime every day. I want to be able to research things and bring you the story and not, regurgitate the news. I don't want to do that. So, it'll take me a while to research a case and come up with the story and then bring it to you. So that will be my goal. And we still may do some cooking if you guys still want the cooking channel part of it. But, and like I said, we can do health issues anytime somebody wants me to bring something up to talk about. I'll definitely talk about it. Actually, Lisa D and I had been talking about doing the true crime for a while, and I finally decided that it was time to go ahead. There's no time like the present to go ahead and get started on it. And like I said, I'm just waiting on this lady's permission to talk about her family's case. I know I don't need her permission, but I like to, since I do know this case a little bit, I follow it on Facebook. And I know who has pushed for this case to be solved, what the family member. So I just felt like it was a good idea to reach out to them. Paranormal stuff, I don't know a lot about paranormal stuff. I know paranormal stuff that has affected my life, but as far as just paranormal, I don't really know that much about paranormal. That might be something I would have to research to be able to do a good job at. Oh, thanks, Wendy. So, oh, ghost stories. You like ghost stories? Yeah, I like ghost stories. My grandparents used to always tell us ghost stories when we would get together for the holidays. They lived in Louisiana, and I guess they had a lot of ghost stories. I don't know where they got them all from, but we used to have a good time getting together and listening to all their stories. I wish I could remember them because they had some good ones. And I think most of you know about my true crime story, my family true crime story. Um, if you do know, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't know, put a 2 in the chat. And for those, if you don't know and you want me to tell it to you, I would be happy to tell you my true crime story, my family true crime story. Hi, Peggy K. Thanks, heads up, 7 Up. Have a good dinner. I know it's dinner time for most people. So you don't know, Wendy, about my family true crime story? Well, I'll just, Mary Beth, you don't know? Um, I'll just tell you a little bit about my family. As I said, my grandparents on my mother's side lived in Louisiana. And whenever I was, I was in fifth grade, I think. Well, before that, I lost an uncle in a hunting accident. And it was my mother's brother. And he passed away in a hunting accident. And he was very close to my grandmother. Hey, Lucy J. No babies, no babies. I'm going to start doing true crime. Hey, Lori Colley. Anyway, my grandmother was really close to this uncle of mine that passed away in the hunting accident. He was going over a fence, the gun went off, and he passed away. It tore my grandmother up. I mean, it just really messed with her bad. And I believe I was in the 5th or the 6th grade. And my grandmother had to have open. Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb. Hi, Gina. Hey, wake up. So, anyway, my grandmother, I think that she agreed herself into heart problems. She ended up having to have bypass surgery, and every vessel that they took out of her leg to put in her heart for the vessel, the bypass vessels collapsed, so they couldn't get any good vessels, and my grandmother ended up passing away during the heart surgery. Well, they still had one son that lived at home with them that was a school teacher. He was a high school English teacher. And he'd also he was going to become a priest, but he didn't take his final vow. So he was Catholic, and my grandfather was Pentecostal, and my grandmother was Catholic. But anyway, this uncle that still lived at home, he said hunting accident, Mindy. He passed away. The gun went off and shot him in the torso, and he didn't make it. And so my uncle had he had pretty good amount of life insurance, and he had left his life insurance to my grandmother, and then my grandfather was the second person listed on his policies. So when my grandmother died, my uncle was going to change his insurance over to his siblings, for them to get his insurance money if he passed away. So one Sunday afternoon, my uncle was sitting at his desk in his bedroom getting his lesson plan ready for the next week, and sitting at his typewriter when someone came in and shot him in the back. And the detective said position he was in when they found him, he saw who shot him. He apparently had swiveled around to where he could see who did that. And hi, Debbie Doll. Okay, Lucy J. Hey, Deb, are you there? Did I say hello, Deb? Deb on the move.
I'm here.
Okay, hey, girl.
Hi.
Huh?
I said hi.
Hey. I just made the announcement that I'm going to be doing true crime.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, we lived out of state. We lived in Oklahoma. My mom got the phone call that her brother had been murdered. We packed our bags and headed to Louisiana. When we got there, my mom put us with her brother and his wife, and my parents went to my grandparents' house where the murder had taken place. And they stayed there. My grandfather was there. We were up all night at my uncle's house. Back then we played on, why is it called true crime? Because it's actually a true story. It's actually a true crime. So about 5 o'clock in the morning, we've been up all night playing on the CB radio. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember CB radios, where you could talk to truck drivers or people that were just passing through. So the police knocked on the door at my uncle's house because they noticed the lights were on all night and wanted to make sure we were okay. They were making extra rounds by my uncle's place because of his brother being murdered. So, real crime? Yeah, that'd be good, Wendy. Real crime, I like that. So my parents didn't sleep a wink, apparently, because from the moment my mother got the phone call that her brother had been murdered, she felt like she knew that her dad had done it. So her and my dad, I found out later, were up all night. My mom was scared that my grandfather, her dad, may have taken out insurance money on her. So she was afraid that he might try to set the house on fire to kill her, or he could do anything. But the next day, there were 3 detectives that showed up at my grandparents' house, and we were there at my grandparents, and they were looking for my grandfather. And we told them that they had gone to the funeral home to start making arrangements for my uncle, but they would be back pretty soon. So they got back, and the police were waiting, and they arrested my grandfather in the driveway. The gun that had been used to kill my uncle had been put back in the closet at my grandfather's. The shell casings were found in the glove compartment of his Cadillac. So they had evidence of my grandfather committing the crime. And he got out on bail and came to my uncle's funeral. It was very, very awkward, very uncomfortable for everyone, for him to be there. And then, eventually they had the trial. And my aunt was at the trial, and she said that there was no way that he could have been found not guilty based on, the trial and the evidence. Well, he was found not guilty. And I have no idea why he was found not guilty. But he was. So that's my true crime story. He got off. Was found not guilty. He didn't live, a whole lot longer past that. He ended up passing away from a heart attack. But he was found not guilty, and Years later, before he passed away, my mother was able to say that she forgave him. And whether she really did or not, I don't know, but I think she did. She had to do it for her own peace of mind to get by. So it worked for her. And she even invited him to our house for Christmas, which ended up being his last Christmas before he passed away. So it was strange. Yeah, my mom, she really went through a rough time. She lost the brother from the hunting accident and then lost her mom a few years later. And then about a little over a month after she lost her mom, she lost her other brother. So yeah, she went through a really bad time. And so that's pretty much it on my family true crime story. I hate that happened in my family, but it did. It is what it is, and I'm not gonna try to hide it or keep it a secret. So does anybody have any questions about what I'm going to be doing with the crime scene? It's going to be, I'm just going to pick a case and go with it, investigate it, see what all the ins and outs are, and then bring you guys the story. Hopefully we'll do good at it. I need to start making some money. I'm kidding. All this dental work I'm having done. Oh, fun. So Deb, how are you doing today? Maybe driving. You guys are being awfully quiet in the chat. Oh, no, you won't be able to see me because I'm not turning the camera on. Sorry, I look terrible. My hair's pulled back. It shouldn't be private. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm not turning the camera. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. I can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. How you doing today, Deb?
Pretty good. Just
Having a
got
nice
home.
day? Yeah.
Had a little fiasco with Walmart.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought I placed a delivery order,
Yeah.
and evidently I placed a pickup order.
Oh.
And when I was in Illinois, I changed the store
Mm-hmm.
and I changed it back, but it was to the wrong store. So I
Uh-oh.
once I figured out I did that after I dropped Jazzy off at work, I went and picked up my order at the wrong store. There
Mm-hmm.
were two of them on the same street, two Walmarts. So I had to
Oh,
go
yeah.
down the street 5 miles to the other one and stuff. And I'm just like, just
Oh my
coming home and
gosh.
I'm out of breath. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. It
what a
was
pain.
that order was supposed to be here between 12 and 1, and we couldn't figure out why it wasn't delivered.
Yeah, because you
And
had to go
everything.
get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
glad it was a small one.
Yeah,
It was mainly, besides milk, it was just stuff to stock up the pantry. So
yeah,
it wasn't
that's
a big
good.
deal. Yeah. Yeah.
Peggy cases. I'm so tired of dental work. Some days I wonder why I don't just get dentures.
I
I
know.
know, I know, Peggy K.
I
I
rather have the implants than the dentures.
Me too, but they're so stinking expensive for me.
Yeah.
It's awful. And I got to go back in the dentist tomorrow to see if they can figure out why I'm still hurting so much. I'm still having a lot of pain.
I don't like the fact that it's a long process.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my post in for 6 months,
Oh,
and um, I don't get, well, I get one of my teeth or two teeth, I get the end of November. By
mm-hmm.
the time I get the other set, it may be a year that I've been dealing with this, trying to get,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's going to be
crazy.
worth it.
It should be time for them to put your implant in now.
Yeah, it is, but my dentist didn't have an appointment till the end of November.
Mm-hmm.
I could have
Well,
had the implants already, but
it's not too much further.
yep.
So, um, thanks, Lucy J. Peggy K said one day I accidentally put in a pickup order at Walmart 35 miles away. I
Oh
grabbed my
no.
daughter-in-law and we made the 70-mile round trip. Oops. Oh my gosh. That would
I
be
would have
so bad.
canceled that order.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
Well, I tell you what I did do one time is I buy stuff all the time, like for my son or whatever, and just have Walmart deliver it to him. Well, I had bought something for a friend, and I had I didn't change the thing when I had when I did my food order, had stuff
Yeah,
delivered. So they delivered it to her house.
yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, this is in another state. And
Oh
I'm just
no.
like, oh my gosh. So I called her, if you're wondering why there's groceries on your front porch.
Oh
And
yeah.
then I ended up ordering this was after that. I mean, like days after that, I ordered like a sprinkler or something like that. And I didn't change that. And that went to her too. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
that will
just like,
happen.
oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to look at that now to make sure I got
Mm-hmm.
the right address on there, which I did because I was ordering stuff from my hotel room in Illinois. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make sure I had the right store and everything else. And it was a Walmart store on the street that I go to, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize they had two on the same street.
Oh my gosh.
So I put
That makes it complicated.
yeah, they're just 5 miles apart. I'm just like, come on, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
it is crazy.
But they do have that pickup stuff under control now. The first time I tried that was um, shortly after they had started it,
Mm-hmm.
and I was out there waiting for my stuff, and I remembered I forgot to put toilet paper on there. And so I had my daughter run into the store, get toilet paper, come back out. I still didn't have my pickup order yet. And we probably waited another 30 minutes or so to get my pickup order and
Yeah.
everything. And I thought I could have done grocery shopping and been home by now. you know, we waited a real long time. So I've never done it since.
Mm-hmm.
but at both stores that I went to today, I picked it up and well, the first store was the wrong store, but um they came right out and stuff to look at my thing because they thought that I had the wrong store
Mm-hmm.
and because they didn't have an order for me. But the second store, I mean, they were out in 2 seconds. So that is a nice feature, but
Mm-hmm.
I rather have it delivered. But if I can't get the right delivery time, that's a nice thing to
Option.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
Hi, Doug. Hey, just a mom, Mazio.
Oh, I don't have my chat up.
Hey, just a mom, Mazio. How are you doing? Doug, how are you doing? You still making more fishing lures? For those of you who got here late, my big announcement is that I'm going to start doing true crime. I may continue to do the cooking, and we may throw in some other stuff once in a while. I'm not sure because I'm thinking that the crime stuff is going to keep me pretty busy. I don't plan on going live every day to do the true crime stuff. It is a sad case, Sherry, that therapist that was murdered in California. Very sad case. I'm doing pretty good. Just a mom. I still having problems with this dental work, but it'll get better. Oh, you just finished one, Doug? Well, I've been doing diamond paintings stuff. I finished the great big diamond painting I did for Lisa D. And I got that sent to her. She got it. She loves it. Aurora bought that diamond painting for Lisa D for Christmas, but Lisa's not able to diamond paint because she's got some issues with her hands. And so she sent it to me, and I did it for her. It took me from March to September to finish. It was huge.
That's
Huge.
called a friend.
Yeah, months to finish.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna be doing I'm doing coasters. I finished one for Halloween. I did a Halloween diamond painting. And I think Gordon was going to put it on the front door. I'm not sure if I got it somewhere or not. I'll show you guys. I'm going to turn my camera on, but don't look at me. I look terrible. See, told you. Oh, hold on. Let me fix my camera, my phone here. I did this one for Halloween. Isn't that cute?
Yes,
And
it is.
he hung it up on the front door.
That's neat.
Just welcome. It's got the truck there. That truck is purple. You can't see it. It's pretty cool. And then
What
I
he
just been
did,
doing.
is that framed or did he just put it on a rod?
He put it on a board. He
Cool.
put it on a board with a hanger. And then I've also been doing my son's girlfriend wanted some coasters that were sunflowers. So I did these sunflower coasters. Here's one of them. I'll just show you one. Isn't that pretty?
That is so pretty.
And there was a few butterflies in there with sunflowers. And here's one of the butterflies. I thought that was cute too.
That's so nice.
And so I got those done and took those to her. and found out that they're probably actually for her mom. Her mom's the one that loves the sunflowers. I look nice. Oh, thanks. I'm just hanging out. You see my little lupus rash on my face. I don't have any makeup on to cover it up. So what size is that coaster? It's just like a regular size coaster. Right now I'm working on some patriotic ones for the same person. Here's one of them. Isn't that cute?
Mm-hmm.
So these are kind of time consuming because there's a lot to them. And the beads are tiny. Here's one I'm working on right now. You can kind of see where I've been and where I haven't been. And I don't know why that one's, oh, okay, that's supposed to be that way. See that?
I don't know if it was just me, but I found that I looked at those coasters and those numbers and they were too small for me. And I've done diamond paintings before, but those seem smaller than the diamond paintings.
They do seem really small. It's kind of tedious.
Yeah. I got to have my
Oh,
girl do those because they're too small.
thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Lucy J, Grace, Sherry, Shirley. Did you guys see the big diamond painting I did for Lisa D when I finished it? I can show you.
I like the way they sparkle.
I do too. Here's the big diamond painting I did for Lisa D. Got the kitty cat, the fairy. Isn't that pretty cool? Pretty neat. Looks kind of like one of her kitties. Yeah, I like the patriotic ones. Well, I finally finished the fairy one, Grace. That's the one. I
And
finally
those are
finished it
from
up.
Timu, aren't they?
The coasters are.
Yeah,
The
that's what I
coasters
thought.
are from Timu, however you say it. And yeah, they sure are. I've got to turn my camera back off. Mm-hmm. So you guys, if anybody, if you have a good, interesting case that you want me to look at, email me some information on it, and I can add it to the list. Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Debbie V. I'm going to put my email in the chat. It's also on the about section of my page on my YouTube. There, it's pinned. Yeah, Wendy, yeah, the non-famous cases is kind of what I'm looking at. I don't really want the big famous ones. I might do some, you know, I might do some older cases sometimes, but kids, I don't know how I'll do with children. I personally, it's heart wrenching for me to deal with kids. So I'm not sure that I'll be able to do too much with that.
Good choice. We'll leave that to
Hmm.
somebody else.
Yeah, kids just break my heart.
Yeah.
I figured that they probably will be rearresting him since they found her body, Lucy J. Right, Wendy. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Um, because there's so many, great true crime channels that do um, those national cases, and they do them well.
Yeah.
I want to do the non-national cases and do them well. So, like I said, I won't be going live or be doing it very often because I will have to research the cases, and I want to bring them to you like a story. I don't want to read about them to you. I want to be able to tell you about them.
Okay, now will you still come on and chit chat with us, or is
Oh
it
yeah,
just going to be strictly true crime?
no, we'll still chit chat.
Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds
we'll
good.
we'll still chit chat and maybe play some games sometimes, or have some fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all important, Lucy J. Big
Well,
and little.
did you tell everybody I saw you last week?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I
Deb,
saw Patty last week.
yeah, Deb snuck in and saw me one night last week.
Yeah.
She came through on her way to Illinois and stopped off and brought me something, and I gave her something, and she hit the road and took off, finished her trip. I was
Yeah.
glad to see her.
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do those trips.
Yeah, I know. Not straight through like that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, it was 27 hours, but I pulled over and took an hour and a half nap.
Yeah, but you
But
didn't
for
do
some
that.
reason, this trip seemed faster. I mean, the
Yeah,
drive seemed faster than usual. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
yeah, it did seem like it was pretty quick.
Yeah. And we didn't have the dog, so we didn't have to stop as much
Yeah.
as we usually do. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't go in anywhere to eat. We just grabbed drive through and kept on rolling.
Yeah,
Yep.
that does make a difference.
Yep.
So, good, Shirley, you agree. You hate children's cases too. Yeah, I know they're important, but gosh, they just tear me up. Um,
Yeah.
may be able to draw attention to cold cases and really make a difference. Peggy K says, my husband's coworker murdered his wife, son, and neighbor on Christmas a few years ago. He
Oh,
was
wow.
convicted, and now he has appealed for a new trial, and it sounds like it was granted. Oh my gosh, Peggy, that's terrible. Yeah, sure, Shirley. I'm working on that local case. Um, that's the one I've asked for permission from the family member to cover that. I know I don't need permission, but I felt like I wanted to ask permission and also ask her if she might be willing to come on the channel and do an interview with me and talk about the case. do cooking and crime. That's probably what I'll be end up doing. Give me 1 second. I need to ask Gordon a question. Okay, I'm back. I got a text from my pharmacy saying I had a prescription ready. So I wanted to see what prescription was ready. We may still do some cooking some. I was running out of ideas of things to cook. It's like, oh my goodness, I know that there's lots to cook out there, but so much. And Deb won't come on and cook with me, so what was I gonna do?
I hardly cook anymore.
I know. Me too. Gordon does most of our cooking. Tonight I was craving Olive Garden. So I had Olive Garden for dinner.
Oh, that sounds good.
It was good. I had some
I bought the
fettuccine
stuff.
Alfredo with
That's
chicken.
what I bought the stuff for, fettuccine
Mm-hmm.
to make here at home.
And then
We
I had
had
some salad and breadsticks. Yummy.
breadsticks dipped in Alfredo.
Yeah.
That
Mm-hmm.
sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
We always get that extra bowl to dip them in. Oh,
Goodness gracious.
we had Arby's. Surprise, surprise. That's where my
Yeah.
daughter works when I
Does
dropped
she
her
work?
off.
You working today?
Yeah. And they have a new Philly steak.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tried that and it is really good. Real good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I bet it is.
Yep.
Yep. Cooking and crime with the hubby. Gordon and I are going to talk about these cases together. So that should make it more interesting, maybe.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting news, Patty.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lucy J used to work at Olive Garden a long time ago. Red Lobster too.
I'd weigh 500 pounds if I worked there.
Either that or you wouldn't want to eat there because you smell it all the time.
No,
No?
no.
Mm-mm.
I still, like I was a manager at Arby's for 14 years and I
Mm-hmm.
still crave their beef and cheddars.
Wow.
And I had that stuff every day.
Wow.
Yep.
That must mean they do a good job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all that I had to tell you guys. It was about the announcement. Hopefully within the next week or so, I'll have my first case ready to go.
I can't wait.
Yeah. And I guess we probably, hi, Jenny Barnes. Been listening in the background, but wanted to say your news is terrific. Great idea. Thanks, Jenny. And Peggy K, your husband is retiring at the end of November. Can't wait. No more 16-hour days for him, and maybe I'll get my house remodeled finally. Oh, that's wonderful, Peggy. That's great. I
Yeah.
know you've got to be
Congratulations.
happy about that. What'd you say, Deb?
I said, congratulations. on the
Yeah.
remodel. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sounds exciting too.
Yeah.
It's too loud.
All kinds of exciting stuff happening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember those lunches, Lucy J. Those all you could eat breadsticks, soup, and salad for $4.99. I bet some people could really tear that up and eat a lot. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do the prayers and then get ready to close. Get to my prayer list. Okay. I'll pray now. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with many needs today and many thanks. Dear Lord, you know the needs of the people that I'm going to ask for special prayer for. You know if they need healing or if they need grief, help dealing with grief. You know their needs. But ask for special prayer for Davida and her family, her children, grandchildren, Jason, Jeremy, their kids, Clarissa, Aurora, Lisa D. and her parents and brother. Help me Rhonda's sister, Suzanne. Thing One's sister, Lynn. And Tracy's dad for cancer. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. If there's anybody else that, anyone that needs me to add anything to the prayer list that I keep going all the time, just let me know. Wendy, yeah, my husband's going to be involved too. We're going to do the true crime cases together. My real crime cases. Yeah, real crime, that does sound pretty good. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago, Lucy. Good night, Peggy K. Good night, Sherry Shirley. Good night, Grace. Good night, everybody.
Good
Oh,
night,
Wendy,
everybody.
your mom was buried last week. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Prayers for you, Wendy. For sure.
yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. And
Hit
I'll
the
see you
likes on the
guys.
way out.
Yeah, oh yeah, don't forget to hit the likes on the way out. And I'll see you guys pretty soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Love and